Hi there. Now let's read lesson 233. I give my life to God to guide today. This is a willing participation. I'm going to give my life to God to guide today. That means, God, what would you have me do? I want the Holy Spirit to tell me because I am going to align with that inspiration. I am not going to block it and run my own life. I am going to give my life to God because God knows, not only knows better for me, but knows that my purpose is to be happy. So don't you think God is going to put things in my path that are going to be fun and easy to achieve my happiness with? Of course it is. I just have to give up my idea of how I want to live my life, because if I do it with the ego, it's going to be limited because it's only limited to what my mind knows. It's not open to what God knows, and God knows everything. All right, paragraph 1, we start with a prayer again. Father, I give you all my thoughts today. I would have none of mine. In place of them, give me your own. I give you all my access will, that I may do your will instead of seeking goals which cannot be obtained and wasting time in vain imaginings. Today I come to you. I will step back and merely follow you. Be you the guide and I the follower who questions not the wisdom of the infinite, nor love whose tenderness I cannot comprehend, but which is yet your perfect gift to me. How powerful is this beautiful prayer? Father, I give you all my thoughts today. That means I am not thinking on my own. So whatever arises in my mind, I am giving you that space so you fill it up with your thoughts. I would have none of mine. I don't want mine. I don't want my thoughts, because my thoughts block truth. My thoughts block light. My thoughts block joy. My thoughts instill fear. My way of perceiving it, the way the world has taught me, if it's a human perception, it is going to activate fear. In place of them, give me your own, because your own, God, are powerful. Your own are creative. Your own are about eternalness. Your own are certain. They're sure. They're about grace. They're about love. They're about joy. They're about peace. They're about extension, creativity, certainty, worthiness. Who doesn't want those thoughts? Well, ego doesn't want those thoughts. That's why it blocks them. So I give you all my access will, that I may do your will instead of seeking goals which cannot be obtained and wasting time in vain imaginings. So I'm going to take action on what you inspire me to do, and I will do your will. So if you inspire me into being kind, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take action and be kind. If you inspire me to go to the store at 3 o'clock and I feel this urge to go, I'm going to go because I know you got something planned for me there at 3 o'clock. If you inspire me to wake up at 3 in the morning, I'm going to get out of my bed and say, God, what are you trying to tell me? What's going on? I'm a receiver of whatever it is that you've got going on. If God inspires me and I feel peace, quit this job, I'm going to take action and do it. Why? Because I'm not going to waste my time in vain imaginings. I'm not going to imagine my own ideas, my own thoughts. I'm not going to imagine my own blocks to what God has for me. I am going to become one who aligns with God so that my path will be made fun and easy by the master creator of the universe, who knows how the rivers flow. If God knows how every river flows, don't you think it's going to know, how my life should flow? Of course it does. Absolutely it does. So today I come to you. I'm going to step back and merely follow you. This is a statement our ego does not like to hear. Our ego does not like us saying, I'm going to step back and follow. You see, our ego wants to be in control of everything. Our ego wants to be right. Our ego wants to be in charge and be in the front. Our ego, even if it doesn't want to be in the front, wants to be in charge of being in the back. So our ego likes to tell us where we should go. And regardless of whether it's the front or the back, it's telling us what we should do, which means we're not listening to God. So when we say, I'm going to follow God, it's very offensive to our ego, because our ego likes to be right, and it thinks that its self-protection comes from it being in control about its own choices. And I can assure you, I was a control freak. I thought I knew everything. I thought I knew everything the right way for me and everybody else, of course. And the last thing I wanted to do was give up that control, because it's the only thing that gave me an idea of safety. So it took me several years to begin to relinquish my control and begin to accept that I wanted to follow God. And now today, I love that God is the boss of me in a really sweet, wonderful way, because God and I are partners. God and I are one. What is God? God is the goodness that is in me. God is the love, the life, the creativity that is in me. So what I'm following is the best in me. It's not the ego that blocked it with ideas that the best for me was out there somewhere. That ego that had me believe that I wasn't good enough, or that I was empty, that there was something missing over here. Why would I want to keep following that voice that had me chasing, seeking my whole life and never achieving anything? So what is it that I'm following when I follow God? I want God to be the guide, because I want goodness. I want joy for my life. I want happiness for my life to be my guide. I want fulfillment to be my guide. That's what God is. God is all of that. It's not some person in the sky that you're going to be following. It's the intelligence that has created the universes, all of the universes, the multiverses. It's the intelligence that creates physics. It's the intelligence that creates bodies. Don't you want to listen to what created your physical body? That intelligence that knows exactly what to do, more than you want to listen to a voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough? Seriously? We have to use common sense and give our life over to the part of ourselves that knows, truly knows with certainty, how to experience joy, love, peace, abundance, infiniteness. Oh my goodness, this should be so easy. But it's hard, because we're giving up the part that we think is us, only to discover that we're so much grander than that, so much grander than our idea of ourselves. Amazing. So be you the guide, and I the follower who questions not the wisdom of the infinite, nor love whose tenderness I cannot comprehend. We do not understand God's tenderness. We do not understand compassion at that level until we begin to feel it. Until we begin to come inside and begin to accept our deservability, we have no idea of what that is, but it is yet your perfect gift to me. Period. There is no better gift than us receiving that God is inside of us. And it is all that we ever wanted. And it's right there waiting for us. Paragraph 2. Today we have one guide to lead us on. And as we walk together, we will give this day to Him with no reserve at all. This is His day, and so it is a day of countless gifts and mercies unto us. It is a day of countless gifts and mercies unto us. We are gifting ourselves the best that ever has been, ever will be, and it is ours, and all we need to do is accept it, because it is God's gift to us. We're not accepting a God out there, we're accepting God in here. And what is God in here? Is the infinite intelligence that created us so perfectly. And when we align with it, we feel our wellness, we feel our wholeness, we feel our aliveness, our ideas, all that we can imagine now gets created from our greatness, from our wholeness that we get to give it, so we can receive the joy of sharing it. Our well-being begins to be activated because we're accepting God inside of us. The creator of life then begins to activate life inside of us. Healing of our body takes place. All of these things are waiting for us. All of them. How you're going to pay your bills, how you're going to feed your family, how you're going to find a place to live, all of that will come from you, because you're willing to let the one who knows guide you. And it's just a part of yourself. It's almost as if you're this little leaf getting blown in the wind, but you're attached to a branch that's your soul, that's attached to the roots of a tree that is God. You can't say that leaf is not part of the tree. That leaf came from the tree. Of course it's a part of the tree. So what's inside that leaf? But all that the tree is, expressed through that leaf. Stop thinking you're a leaf and getting blown by. Come down to the roots and accept the truth of who you are, and let that be what propels you. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next lesson.